Hey guys, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. It's beer 30. Let's go take a walk, see what's in the fridge today. Hello everybody, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Today we're going to do the 2013 edition of Sierra Nevada's Narwhal. Last year I reviewed the 2012 edition of this. Brandon, a good friend of mine, lives down in Louisiana, sent a couple of them to me, and I reviewed one. I actually still have the other one in the refrigerator cellaring. And I was able to get my hands on these. I think I had these sent to me from Lukens. I've not seen this particular version of Sierra Nevada's beer here locally. So I don't know what the deal is, whether they're not sending it or they're bought up as soon as they're put on the shelf. But I've not seen these here in Virginia where I shop now. Like I told you guys, there's a beer store up in Blacksburg. It's about 30 miles from here that I vision occasionally that may carry this beer. But I've not seen it there the last couple of times I was there. So evidently, if it's a limited production beer and they get several cases, it comes and goes, it flies off the shelf before I get back up there to it. So Lukens had it, so I had them send me a 6-pack of these. So I have a few of these to sip on and a few of them to cellar if I want to. And like I said, I still have the 2012 edition left over, the second one that Brandon sent me. So we're going to do the 2013 this year, see if it's just as good or if it's about the same or whatever. So let's get on with this one. First off, this is a 10.20% ABV beer, a very good beer to cellar. And that's why I'm going to cellar the 2012 edition to see how it changes and matures. I may do it in a couple of years or 5 years. I don't know exactly when I'm going to do it. It's going to end up in the cellaring fridge downstairs, and it'll stay there for a while. It does have the year right here on the label up here. It tells you, and that's basically all you need for a beer of this style and of this ABV. You don't need the month or the day, but they do take the time to do put that year on there, and it does have a code. Sierra uses a Julian code on here, and this one's got 3/22/12/21. So if my memory serves me, which it probably doesn't, this was done on the 322nd day of 2012, and that's considered their 2013 edition because of the later part of the year. I guess the 2012 was done sometime in 2012. So this is a 2013 edition. Here on the back it says, inspired by the mysterious creature that dwells in the deepest Arctic seas, Narwhal Imperial Stout is midnight black and bold, with notes of baker's cocoa and dark roasted coffee. This massive Imperial Stout is incredibly complex and explores the darkest depths of malt flavor. I really enjoyed last year's edition of this that Brandon sent me, so I'm expecting nothing less. So we'll see. Different batches, different years, and can tend to be a little different depending on what recipes used and all that kind of stuff. So I expect it to be just as good. So excuse me, let's go over, we'll do the food pairings for this one. Since it is an Imperial Stout, Russian Imperial Stout, it goes with the chocolate dishes, and basically that's all they have for the food pairings. But this goes with all your stronger dishes. So you could drink this after dinner with chocolate or without chocolate. I use it as an aperitif, or you can actually have this with a strong dish, a bold dish, if you will, of grilled meat and salmon and all that stuff. Just remember, this is a great big beer. That is a sipper, not a gulper, at 10.2%. The glassware is a pint Becker, the Nonic tumbler, the snifter. I've got the dual glass for this one. And this, like I told you, this can be selling for a long, long, long time. 10.2% stout. This probably keep 10 or 20 years. I mean, if you sell them correctly, there's no reason why it wouldn't. That's all we need to discuss on that. Let's go over, see if the commercial description. Narwhal Imperial Stout is the latest beer in Sierra Nevada's high altitude series. This malt forward monster is bold with notes of, and it says the same thing, Baker's cocoa, molasses, and dark roasted coffee. A massive Imperial Stout is incredibly complex, rich, and intense, will develop in a bottle for years to come, just like I said. This is a 12-ounce bottle, and it's usually done in the fall of the year. So I don't think there's anything else we need to talk about on this one. So without me flapping my gums any further, let's get the cap off of this and get it into the glass. 2013. And they'll probably be doing this again this fall for the 2014 edition. Let's go down the center. And like it said, this is black, pitch black. It's almost like pouring used motor oil out. There is no light. Didn't really expect it to be any. It looks just like last year's beer. Very dark. I could have poured this a little bit more aggressive. I started off slow and finished up aggressive, but it doesn't pour a very big head. About a quarter finger, and it dissipates very quickly. It's just basically covering the top of the beer. Looks very good in the glass. Looks very tasty. Looks very imperial, if you will. Let's get a nose on it. Oh, it's got a wonderful smell. Cocoa, roasted malt, chocolate, coffee, dark fruit, raisins, plums, figs, dates, molasses, brown sugar. Got a very sweet nose on it. Very well made beer. Very little alcohol on the nose. Now this is a big beer. Smells very delicious. So let's give it a taste. See what we got. Cheers, everybody. There is some alcohol in the taste. I will not lie to you. But for a 10.2%, it's not bad at all. The nose is just like the taste. Coffee, chocolate, roasted malt, dark fruit, molasses, brown sugar. Very impressive beer. Very impressive. A very nice beer for this time of the year here in February when it's about 20 degrees outside. And a lot of people around the country have snow on the ground in Atlanta, a lot of it. This has been an unusually cold winter here in the States, especially from the mid-Atlantic up. A lot of snow. It seems like it comes every other day that we get another snowstorm. We've been fairly lucky. It's been cold here, but we've not had a lot of snow. But that's not the case a little further north. And you don't have to go very far. I mean, you can drive an hour or two and be in snow. And be in a lot of snow if you want to be. Wow. Wonderful beer. Just as impressive as last year's edition. It's awesome. Glad I got a whole 6-pack of it this time. And I am going to be selling a couple of these. For how long? I don't know. Time will tell. Especially when we get into this type of year, or this time of year, when it's that cold. This is a perfect beer to fire up the gas logs and fire up a cigar and sip on this for an hour or so. I don't know if this one will last that long. It's awesome, guys. It is delicious. If you can get your hands on this and you like a nice Russian Imperial Stout. Now, it's no bourbon or anything like that. It's not bourbon barrel aged or anything. That would be the only way to enhance this beer, is to have a slight bourbon taste to it from bourbon aging. And I do think they make this in a bourbon style. I have never seen it. So if anybody knows or can get their hands on a bourbon variety of this beer, I would definitely be interested in getting a bottle to review. So let's let this one warm up. It's 40 degrees right out of the fridge, and it's awesome. And as it warms up, it's going to get more awesome. So I'll be right back. Let the other half taste a little bit of this, and we'll do the final chug on this one. It's damn impressive. Stick around. Alright guys, I'm back. Got just a little bit left. This is just as bit as good as last year's version. I really can't taste any difference between last year's edition and this year's edition. It's still awesome. Like I said, the only way that this could be better to me is to be aged in bourbon barrels. So if anybody can get their hands on a bourbon barrel aged version of this, I would definitely be interested in getting my hands on a bottle of that. So, but this one is very complex, a lot of stuff going on, very tasty. Very well made, not a big alcohol presence in this for a 10.2%er. It's delicious, guys. I can't think of anything else I need to say about this except that it's awesome. Let's do the final chug. It's delicious. It's got the year on the label. It's got the Julian code on it. When I reviewed it last year, I kind of had a little bit of an attitude about the Julian codes, but it's really not that complicated. It's got the first 3 digits, or the day that it was produced in the year, and then the year comes after that. It's delicious. Coffee, chocolate, dark fruit, molasses, brown sugar. It's awesome. I'm going to give it the same grade that I gave last year's edition. This is a 9 out of 10 beer. It is delicious, definitely worth picking up. I don't think any of the ratings have changed from the other guys since last year, but we'll go over and double check those. We'll go over to Beer Advocate. Says 92, which is in the outstanding range. I agree, it is an outstanding beer, but I think those numbers are just a tad low, in my opinion. Just my opinion. If I was putting a number on this, it would be a 98 or a 99. So it's very delicious. Definitely worth picking up. It's really not that pricey for what you're getting. Let's go over to Rate Beer. And Rate Beer says 99 overall and 91 in the style. 99 overall, yes, I agree with that. 98, between 97 and 99 is what I would put a number grade on this. And 91 in the style, I don't understand why that number is so low. It definitely fits the style. It's definitely a nice Russian Imperial Stout at 10.2%. I think it fits the style very well. So. Like I said, the only thing I can say to make this beer better and probably get to 10 is to have a little bit of bourbon in there. And of course, technically that's not part of the style, but I've grown accustomed to that in the big Russian Imperials, especially the better ones that are bourbon barrel aged. So that's where I'm going to leave it. 9 out of 10 again this year for the Narwhal Russian Imperial Stout. If you've had it, give me some comments back on this one, guys. Hit that like button, rate, comment, subscribe, and let's take a walk and go see what's in the fridge tomorrow. See you then.